Born in 1977, Brittany Murphy was an American actor and singer, best known for her role in the teen comedy Clueless. Through her brief career in Hollywood, Brittany delivered commendable performances in roles of varying capacities. But on December 20th, 2009, Murphy collapsed in her bathroom and died of cardiac arrest when she was taken to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Murphy was only 32 at the time, which raised many questions about her untimely death. What's strange is before speculation around the mystery of Murphy's death came to proper rest, her husband, Simon Monjack, was found dead in the same apartment in equally mysterious circumstances less than 6 months later. The end of 2009 was proving to be a difficult time for Brittany Murphy. On the personal front, her husband, Monjack, was hospitalized. At the time, Murphy was slated to start shooting for The Caller. For the shoot, Brittany, husband Simon, and mother Sharon were in Puerto Rico. And if rumors are to be believed, she was fired on the first day. Some claim it was because of her poor attendance and attitude, while others say it was on account of Monjack's appalling behavior on set while he was drunk. Either way, Brittany was dropped from the project. Since the family was already in Puerto Rico, they decided to stay back and vacation. However, all didn't go well, as both Sharon and Simon caught staph infections. What's more, Simon even suffered from a minor heart attack on the flight back to the States, if reports are to be believed. Brittany apparently had to administer CPR. Even apart from these conditions, Simon and Sharon were not in the best of health, and Brittany was their constant caretaker. While Simon suffered from sleep apnea and seizures, Sharon struggled with neuropathy after surviving breast cancer. As a wife, Brittany was devoted and always portrayed their marriage as a happy one, but outsiders found the pair odd. When they got hitched back in 2007, everyone was shocked. Before we continue, please take a second to hit the like button if you are enjoying this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such facts. Once the family was back home, Brittany also caught Staphylococcus aureus, and she had a terrible case of laryngitis. She also had her second period in a month and was anemic. Unfortunately, Brittany thought she could handle it all on her own without any medical help. Finally, it got to a point where she was no longer able to ignore her condition, and she made an appointment. But it was too late. She would never make it to the doctor. Brittany had several problems apart from her health. The $3.9 million house she had bought from Britney Spears wasn't a haven for her. Brittany wanted to move back to New York and hoped that the shift would bring new opportunities for her as an actor, and Monjack as a screenwriter and film director. Family friend Alex Block says the only place she was truly comfortable at home was the bathroom, where she would spend eons sampling the many cosmetics and perfumes on the counter. One Saturday, when Brittany's health was at her lowest, as she waited for her doctor's appointment on Monday, the lights were constantly going out. Block said the backup generator had also failed by around 3 a.m. when they had a 45-minute blackout. They were all using flashlights since they couldn't light a candle around Simon's oxygen machine, which had to be nearby considering his severe respiratory problems. It was then, in the middle of the night, in between a blackout, that Brittany's condition hit rock bottom. She started gasping for breath, and her lips had turned blue from the lack of oxygen. At this point, her body was full of drugs. She had taken antibiotics, migraine anti-seizure and anti-inflammatory pills, a beta blocker, and Vicoprofen for period cramps. She collapsed in her bathroom as she realized the end was near. She told her mother, Sharon, she was dying, telling her she loved her. Sharon frantically called 911. But Brittany was slipping away. firefighters reached Brittany first and tried to resuscitate her. She was then transported to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where she died of cardiac arrest. The assistant chief coroner of the hospital said it seemed to be a natural death. The next day, an autopsy was performed. The Los Angeles County coroner declared pneumonia as the primary cause of Brittanys death, followed by anemia and drug intoxication as the secondary causes. He further clarified that all the drugs found in her system were legal, and she was most probably taking them to cure a respiratory infection. Brittanys death was ruled as an accident. She was buried at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills. In the weeks following Brittanys death, Simon and Sharon were busy with interviews. Simon was also trying to convince Block to write a book on Brittanys death, mostly because before the autopsy report shed light on how she died, he believed she had died of a broken heart. Block says Simon believed Brittany was heartbroken by how she was treated in Hollywood. Even with the coroner's statement stating the truth, her death seemed mysterious. After all, how can an otherwise healthy 32-year-old die of pneumonia without so much as a hospital trip to show? The whole episode screamed foul play, even though there was no evidence of it. Then things got even more suspicious when Simon passed 6 months later under the very same circumstances. On May 23, 2010, 39-year-old Simon was found dead in the same bedroom in the same apartment. Sharon found Simon lying unconscious and dialed 911. The fire department, followed by the paramedics, reached the scene, only to find Simon dead on arrival. The coroner declared acute pneumonia and severe anemia as the cause of Simon Monjack's death. He is also buried at Forest Lawn Cemetery next to his wife. While Sharon was Brittany's rock and constant in her life, Angelo Bertolotti, her father, was not really a part of the family. In those days, or more like years, media outlets were busy interviewing everyone who might have insight into Brittany's mysterious death. Bertolotti was also called for an interview on Good Morning America to comment on Brittany's mysterious death. He went on to say he was sure it was a case of murder with some kind of poison. The additional toxicology reports he had ordered when Brittany died showed there were 10 heavy metals in her system. In an open letter to The Hollywood Reporter, Sharon said these claims had no real evidence, since the toxicology report was based on a hair sample, which she added was unreliable. Sharon ended the letter on a strong and emotional note, saying Brittany was her baby, and she would always stand by her side, even if Brittany was gone. She further warned that she would not tolerate lies from those seeking to exploit the situation, and she would expose them for as long as she was alive. Sharon and Brittany shared a very special relationship. In interviews and other public appearances, Brittany often called her mother the best, and she said she always believed in her and supported her. One of the reasons why their bond was so strong may have been because Sharon raised Brittany as a single parent and gave up her entire life so Brittany could follow her dream. Apart from Sharon, Brittany was close with her husband, Simon, but almost everyone found the two to be an odd pair. Before Simon, Brittany was a part of several high-profile relationships. She dated Ashton Kutcher and Fred Durst and was engaged to Jeff Kwatnitz and Joe Macaluso. And suddenly, only 8 months after Brittany's last engagement, there was news of Brittany and Simon as an officially married couple. No one had heard of a wedding or seen any pictures. There wasn't even an actual announcement until a reporter spotted them at a derby wearing wedding rings. The couple said that they had married in a private ceremony with family as the only witnesses. Brittany said she had known Simon since she was 17, and they had stayed in touch. Many were confused why a reasonably successful, beautiful actor like Brittany Murphy would marry Simon, who was a nobody in the entertainment industry. On paper, Simon, who was 7 years elder to Brittany, was a screenwriter, director, and producer. But almost no one had seen the movie he produced and directed, and his screenwriting credit was disputed. What's worse, the biggest moments of fame for Simon before he married Brittany were a warrant for an alleged credit card fraud, a $500,000 lawsuit, and a 9-day jail stint for overstaying his work visa. Some even suspected that Simon's visa expiration and deportation may have had something to do with their hasty marriage. Brittany Murphy was a lively, young, and talented actor whose death took friends, family, and almost everyone by surprise. Even in her relatively short life, Murphy managed to accomplish much. She was driven, ambitious, and reasonably successful given her long list of commendable performances. If you are one of the few who haven't seen her on screen yet, may we suggest you grab some popcorn and get cracking with the cult classic Clueless, which is really a staple for every woman. If you have enjoyed watching, please hit the like button and subscribe to the Trender channel for more videos like this. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos.